what you see is a guy who is accurate, and I think he's throwing better than maybe at any time in his career. Now, you know he can throw the ball from college, and I know in 7 starts he put up some pretty good numbers. But what I saw on Sunday night was a quarterback that has great confidence, and he's learning how to get the ball to Larry Fitzgerald, and that's important because throwing the ball to Larry Fitzgerald is different than any quarterback has as far as an option, because now you have to take a principle that Phillip Rivers has with Antonio Gates and with Vincent Jackson. If he looks covered, don't worry, throw him the football, he'll still catch it. A lot of quarterbacks don't do that because, you know, it's a progression game. If you see the guy covered, you're going to go the other direction. He's learning to force the ball more to Larry because Larry is going to catch it. That's a good thing. But I think the thing that I learned most about Kevin is what he's done with his core training that's helped him throw the ball more naturally, better, and he's not pushing the football. You're seeing a guy who can throw the ball naturally that I think is going to really help this offense. Well, the pass rush, the lack of a pass rush, you know, there's a lot of age at the outside linebacker position, and while that's good for experience, you wonder where that's going to be for speed, because if you're going to have cornerbacks who can try to cover, they can't stay on coverage as much. So it's now still the pressure on the defensive line, the 3-man line, to try to get the pressure. That concerns me. You still wonder a little bit about how that offensive line is going to shape up. You know, they're deeper than they were last year. They're certainly deeper at guard than they were last year, but how that line comes together is going to be critical. So those are the areas I think O-line and maybe linebacker for pass rush that's concerning. Right now, I'd still say, and again, the differences aren't that much because you're not talking right now that any team that's projected to have a winning record. So I'd say St. Louis would be number 1, Arizona moving in number 2, San Francisco number 3, Seattle number 4. And that San Francisco number 3 is not real definitive, mainly because Alex Smith looked terrible in his first game. You know, they certainly don't have Colin Kaepernick ready. A lot of that was the blitzing of the New Orleans Saints. You know, that caused problems for both guys. But you look at that team right now, you know, they're good on defense, but still very, very shaky on offense. Seattle is getting better with their roster, but they took a step back at quarterback, going from Matt Hasselbeck to DeVaris Jackson.